Oh no.
Hello, and welcome back to the Fusewrights Union. Episode 11, Part 2. You guys, we ended with the smashing of a certain vial of black ooze. And I think your bird just kind of looks down at it, Varus. It's just this puddle on the floor. Then it starts bubbling. And then it starts crawling and moving.
Cool.
And then as the spirit warden crosses around the corner in a what was that noise fashion, when it crawls very surprisingly quickly towards the spirit warden's leg and swallows them very quickly and grows in size equal to their mass.
No, it's the blob.
Oh, he flies out of there.
And it notices and follows is going to be the result of the dice roll.
Oh, it follows the bird?
It follows the bird.
Cool.
Because that was not a 6, that was a 5.
You know where he's going to lead it? Into the courtyard.
Go land on Strangford's fucking shoulder.
I'm assuming we get a tick on Unleash the Vial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah.
do.
I'm just picturing the things that matter to everyone, and not just the bird.
Yep. Yeah, and this thing is this like now much larger ooze is I think there are occasionally it moves rapidly. It's moving basically as fast as the bird is flying. Just like almost rolling and churning down the hallways towards the front entrance. Occasionally, a spirit warden will be like, "What is that?" And then as they're about to start screaming, just like a pseudo like what's the word? Pseudopod of the slime will like shoot forward, grab him, and just like elastically suck him back into the slime, which then grows a bit bigger.
So this is just like amorphous blob of stuff. It's not like taking any kind
So
of characteristics or shape.
That is correct. I actually, when you found the vial, I randomly rolled for this thing. Here's what I got. Slime monster, exceptionally difficult to contain, urge to blindly rampage with an alien intelligence. So
Cool.
that is exactly what it
Like
is.
chicken.
Yeah.
We've let it loose on the spirit wardens who captured it in the first place, aka we've just let it loose on the city.
Mm-hmm.
The demons will take care of it.
We'll
If
figure
they
this out
want
later.
to.
Now it's not
No, we let it loose on
entire.
White
It's an alien intelligence, so it has unintelligence. It just might be communicated to.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Or the reasoning behind it is so foreign that we don't comprehend it.
Yeah. So I just see. I think we just see like Grine and Hicks. There's like a commotion inside, and people are like, huh, "What's going on?" And then you see like, yeah, Varus the bird like fly through the glued open door, along with like a couple people. Varus, like, I think it's up to you, Zaid, where he would fly, but we just see this like, yeah, then like black, like goo things almost pull the rest of the mass through the door. People start screaming, everything is going wrong, and also waiting for it, 6 fine young women of the party. They couldn't get past the garden. Reveal them. Yeah, they couldn't get inside, but yes, they were here.
So
They couldn't get past the garden, but they were in the garden.
since I'm not looking through him, I'm on the roof.
Yes.
Who is like?
I mean,
are
he
the
just fly up to
identifiable
you.
People. Yeah, he can fly up to me. But who are the identifiable people? Because I might want to just aim it at someone.
Well, I mean, the Lord Governor is there, but her bodyguards are already in motion to like protect her, so it's not going to be an easy shot. All but one of the city council are there, so you see most of them.
Just have the bird do it
We
live.
want you to do anarchy.
Just have the
Take out
bird
spirit
do a low dive straight through the city council.
Yes, the wardens are rushing forward, and I think it's. I don't think I'm going to ask for a roll. It's pretty clear that most of the civilians or like non-wardens are going to get out okay
Okay.
without interference. Zen?
Oh, who's the member of the city council that's not there? I feel that's important.
That's fair. I have all of the members here. Here we go. The Rowan family has not attended.
And that would be, is that strange? Like, if this party had gone on without a hitch, would people be talking about the fact that the Rowan family didn't show up?
I mean, the Spirit Wardens are throwing this party and it's really nice, but they aren't nobles. It isn't as rude to not show up.
Okay.
So
There's
They
probably
might
still
not be.
some rumors about it and why, but it's not as rude.
So since this is something that I think we would all know, is the city council like voted upon, or is it like a family?
Let me check there. I have the here we go.
Got
The city council,
right now.
they are the elite nobility who run the city government, treasury, magistrates, and public works.
I think it's a bit of both.
It's
you
a
have to be noble to apply.
yeah, it's the wealthiest and most powerful people in the city. Because they already became that, and then that's formed the city council. The city council almost seems the positions seem to react to who is already the most wealthy and powerful.
Okay, so it's like if these 7 people die, they're not gonna like we can't infiltrate.
There's no
the
elections.
voting.
They'll have heirs or like seconds or other families
If
might
they
step in.
appoint, like someone's appointed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it would depend on the fallout of them dying. Like, if them dying dropped their stock price and their wealth went away, then someone else might come in.
it's
I think-
probably up.
As a heads up,
Democratic
I'm just actually looking now. They own all of the public coaches operated by the entire Cabbies faction.
Mm. So they're the patron of the cabbies, basically.
Yeah.
The people that aren't there.
Well, the Cabbies are like the faction of the people who drive.
No, I know, but
That's the city council, I think you meant.
The city
Like
council
the
as a
entirety of
whole.
the city
Yeah.
council.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I
city
still
council
think
as a whole owns the cab company.
Yep. It's public.
Great.
Yeah.
and
public
then for
transport.
The governor, is the governor voted on from the council?
No, the governor is appointed
is
by
it-
the emperor himself.
Okay, so that person we don't want dead because then the emperor will have to be like, who else do I appoint now? We don't want that heat coming in.
Yeah, we don't want the
Um,
emperor.
Yet,
I don't-
I mean, there's a significant amount of disarray you can cause,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I'm trying to think. I think I try
I
and
mean, I
point
know
that.
who you. I know who I want you to target this at, and it would
Yeah, I
be.
think he targets those nobles.
No, the guy who beat him up, I think.
Yeah, I want you not the spirit warden. I want you to target what's his name,
What was it?
Mr.
Mr.
Pendrin. Mr. Pendrin.
Sadly,
Yeah, Arthur,
Oh, Mr.
not
how would
Arthur.
you know who that is?
Yeah.
hopefully he's
Well, his
talking
dad's-
to the lady
his
that owns
dad
our
was-
house.
His dad is the
Christoph.
city councillor. So
Christoph
he-
Penderin.
See him beat you up.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
who I,
I think-
want. That's my suggestion for who to target.
Just point.
If Varys can like aim it at like a group, he'll try and aim it at the city council because I assume they don't have as many bodyguards as the governess or governor.
Correct. They do not have as many. They were relying more on the
Okay.
warden guards.
Okay.
Okay. I think then I think either Prowl or Finesse might work here, or
What
just
about
another.
Hunt?
It would be a cohort role.
You're trying to get away from this thing and also lead it towards
Okay.
someone specifically.
So Prowl or
But it's
what?
after you. Finesse could be driving, but you're not. Your bird isn't. Are you driving your bird?
Oh yes, you can turn into
Handling
a bird.
amounts.
Oh,
That'll be
if
good
I-
timing. While on a
if
roof.
I handle my bird, is it a tune?
I could see a tune.
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, yeah, handle.
Because he'll tell me like, "Oh God, it's so bad."
Yeah. What? What's the smell? The smell is awful, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll attune to make sure he could get out of there and pilot it.
All right.
I assume direct control.
You
the
assume
UAV.
direct control. And yeah, no, this is going to be desperate.
Yeah.
Bad stuff might happen to your bird if it's caught,
Uh-huh.
Or your brain.
and or your brain.
And my
If
brain.
you're controlling
Yeah,
a bird
there's a
when it's
tether
consumed
there.
by an alien entity,
It-
your brain might be dunzoed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do have one
I-
detail question. Does
Okay.
the blob look different to the bird?
Yes. While it is just slime, once you through the bird's eyes, it's not just slime. It reminds me a lot more of the Envy from FMA, in that the slime has faces in it.
Oh,
So you see who it's
Cool.
consumed.
yeah.
And they're
So
all screaming
desperate
in usually agony, but a variety of
Sander?
unhelpful emotions. The running away. I think this is going to be limited still. Here's my devil's bargain.
Uh-huh.
It the the slime never forgets one who escaped it, ever.
No thanks. No thanks.
No, thank you.
I will so what does limited mean in this instance?
Limited is it's not going to eat all of the city council.
Oh, okay. I don't care.
Limited amount of the city council.
Limited in the amount of the council that is eaten.
Potential other devil's bargain? Maybe your bird loses its tail feathers to this thing? Like it gets too close? So it
gets,
can't
like,
fly?
wounded.
I do like that. After this, it can't fly.
For how long?
Yeah, until addressed.
Until the next score, I would think.
Or until you do something. I think not until the next door, until you do something about it.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah,
get
that too.
it.
It'll probably just be like a 4 o'clock, or it'd probably just take time.
Yeah,
Actually.
like a normal healing clock for us. You have to do a
Yeah,
healing
red
clock. For a bird.
You do a red clock.
Yeah. You can do things to make it faster, but it just goes up by itself. I have a third option.
It
What's
is
the
a
third
devil's
The
bargain.
the Phoenix, it is Devil's Bargain. Another option is just +1 heat, because everyone sees this red Phoenix of the Phoenix, the red bird, flying towards them before they run.
So it seems like we're gonna get out of this without people knowing we did it. So far.
I mean, we're 2 ticks away.
We're close.
A lot of people figuring out at least specifics of us.
I'll just roll it. I'm pushing myself for.
Okay.
Did I already take? I don't think I did. I'm pushing myself to make. Oh no, never mind. I'm not pushing myself. I didn't take it. Yeah, just desperate, limited to not eat all of them, just most of them, or even some of them.
A few
limited
of them.
amount.
A few of them.
A few of them. That's fine. Bonus die 1 because Daredevil. Here we go. There's a 5.
There is a 5.
What do I have to roll on a d6 for that guy to at least lose a limb?
The guy. Oh,
Just do a fortune roll.
Just
I'm-
a fortune roll to see how injured this man is.
I'd say he's still. I'm gonna roll 2d6 for him to get away. He does not get away. He gets eaten. Okay, so I don't think any of the city council members, like the people who are members, get eaten, but some of their family members, some of their prime servants who they even were like so much they brought with them.
Yeah.
They will lead the charge to defund the spirit wardens. It'll be great.
Yeah.
But no,
Keep
there
their
is
position
a.
of power, but the
I-
spirit wardens can't save them.
I think now that it is out there and can't almost pull itself along the hallways, the slime is actually a lot slower. I think the people who get left behind get stampeded and just can't. They get stuck behind and left behind or pushed behind,
Soccer riot.
and then you just see the viciousness of some of the nobles are they're trying to get through this gate. There's only so much space. And at the back, you see, I think, some of the teenagers who were drawing on the thing before. One of them just pushes another into the slime as she just barely escapes.
Kill your friends. Get away safe.
Yep.
Don't have to be faster than a bear.
Yep. And
Bugs out.
yeah, the spirit warden, the hull is now the hull. She steps forward and it activates, obviously, and it's on fire, and there's just these patches of one of its feet, of patches of fire in the grass where one of its feet have stepped, and it seems to be taking damage from it but ignoring it and not being able to react to it, and trying to fight one of the demons. The 6 demons reveal themselves are in battle with the spirit wardens. They look like they are doing well, and because of everything, I think, with one exception, Adric, the rest of you guys are able to get out of here whenever you would like. So we might have I think it might make sense to have a thing where like you guys get out and then Adric isn't out yet, and you might have. We'll have a scene with that, depending on how fast.
I think Hicks is about done with this job because
Yeah.
he doesn't know what's going on in the base. But like straight up, like he's not gonna like abandon, but he's going to like the rendezvous point.
Yes.
Like, all right, now
First job
Zaid
was
and
to
now Zaid and Adric have to come to the rendezvous point, and we'll get out of here. Like as far as he knows, Goo released, Spirit Wardens fighting, Fish Ladies murdering. We gotta go fast. Like everything's in motion. Like now's the time to leave. So he's going to the rendezvous point. Like when Adric shows up, we're bouncing. But
Okay. So, Adric.
Is that 8 o'clock for
That is an
Adric?
8 o'clock for defeat this new hull. So,
the hull.
yes. Now, it's clear to you that this hull is tougher, probably deadlier overall if it hits you, but slower than the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is primarily it has like tentacle blades and stuff like that. But last we saw, it sort of sprayed a blinding powder everywhere, and now you're having trouble seeing.
I forgot about
And
that.
you hear this almost like metallic like pulse of a like rhythmic click every so often.
Well, I'm going to do my best to combat that as best I can. I figure that this is the time to pull out the Rage Essence vial that I have never had a chance to use before.
The what vial?
Rage
Rage
essence.
What is
Would you
that?
like to describe what Rage Essence
It's
does?
badass, is what it is. I played a cutter once. It's fun.
Alright, so Rage Essence Vial, a single dose which greatly enhances the user's strength, resistance to pain, and irrational aggression for the span of several minutes. GM
So
will
it's just
modify your position and effect. You also get 2 consequences: can't tell friend from foe, and can't stop until they're all broken.
oh
You can resist these, but I have no intention of doing that.
oh no oh no.
You're just gonna motto jellyfish
So-
robot.
Instead of Rage Essence, it's Essence of Adric. That's what this should be called.
It's a
Yeah.
booster shot.
Yeah, it's like a perfume. Essence de Adric.
Le de Adric.
Yeah.
Load Redrick. Yeah.
So
This
yeah,
is
my
the
vote
one.
That
is
should be a
okay.
cologne.
Let's down this thing. I can't see it, but if I can hear it, I want to full on, straight on attack this thing with whatever axe I've got.
Okay.
Possible help. I don't know if we can do this, but can we flash back? And then it depends on Adric's load, really. Can we flash back to Grind handing a bandolier of fire oil to Adric before the
I
job?
do indeed have load for that right. Oh wait, do I? Oh yeah, that's not a count. Yeah, I have load for it.
So if you want it, you can say no, but
I really do like that idea because even if I'm not sure I'll be able to use it in the fight, it'll help me take out the silly things that have been deactivated because I
yeah,
can't put
and
them on right now.
and it would make sense for Grind to do so, given how pissed Adric was the last time, like Grind sent Adric in to fight one of these things.
Fair enough. So is that like 3 fire oils? Because that's enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that I can wreck, but hey, it's fire oil. Throw it.
Oh, you can use it. You can use it to skirmish.
Yeah,
too.
you can use it in a skirmish. Yeah.
All right.
Just like you use
So
an
what?
axe
That,
What do you do?
that also depends on how much stress this is going to be. Is that for that flashback? Is that just one?
I think honestly, this one is kind of a zero stress, frankly, because this is like you guys handing stuff to each other. Something.
It costs
Okay.
Grind
It wasn't
one
even a
load,
scene,
and it
kind
costs
of.
Adric one load.
That makes sense to me. Otherwise, I
Does
would.
this? Yeah. Does it count as help on the roll when she uses it or no? 'Cause I can pay
Then
that
it would.
stress too.
I think it would be one stress if you used it to also offer help. Then this would be like you also show Adric how to use it properly, and stuff like that.
So you get help for one. It's like maybe like a setup help. You get help once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can't use it every time you use a
No.
fire oil, but you get help for one.
Then you
one
have
of
the
them.
fire roll for the others.
Honestly, I'd probably. Well, there's the potency. I guess is in the fact that it's fire oil itself, and hopefully that still holds 2 week. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. So yeah, I guess if we're gonna do this with fire oil, we'll. It's in the middle of a black cloud. That might change things. I think berserkering into the thing might not be the best call there. I think I'll fish out a fire oil and just chuck it in their general direction in that case.
So it comes to you.
I can't see anything, so it's better set the thing on fire than not.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's not then a beacon in the blackness.
Yeah. But even if the fire oil is a beacon in the blackness, this room can't be that big, and hopefully I can see
not
them
that
a
big.
little bit around whatever's burning.
Okay. Then let's see that skirmish roll. Well, you're trying not to get in close with it, you said, right?
I don't know where it is at this point. Like, it was
Yeah.
recently attacking me, so I assume
Skirmish.
it's
Hunt is a
Skirmish could
precision
also be
throw.
holding their position. She could just be holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just
Yeah.
be holding still and like waiting for it to make a move, and you hear it and throw in that direction. Okay,
I
that
found
works.
the levers. There's a back to my wall. This is a good spot.
Okay. So
Okay, I'm going
this
for
is
two.
desperate.
Yeah,
Yes.
thought so.
And I think your effect here, including the fire oil, will be limited.
Okay, including the fire oil and including the rage essence?
What does Rage Essence do? Does it say anything?
It basically says, GM will modify your position and effect. That's helpful.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
That's
so
also
limited.
including the fire oil.
Yes.
I mean the rage.
In this case, yes. I don't think your Rage Essence helps you with a precision, like... Rage Essence makes you want to, like, not stand still.
Fair enough, but even if I can get that on fire, if it's damage over time, it's probably worth it. Yeah, okay. Devil's Bargain here?
I think Devil's Bargain here... Oh, I'm gonna start one 4 o'clock. That if you want, I can start one on it called Gain the Slime's Attention. Actually, no,
that's so
it'll
bad.
be The Slime Arrives. Just one tick on it.
4 o'clock? That's a
No.
1 tick.
No, that's a bad
you
thing.
accept?
Don't do it.
Do you accept?
Makes a
Memory
move.
serves there was one way into this room, and that's it.
There was actually... Yeah, okay.
You can go deeper. You can go deeper into the room. That's also...
I presume this thing can only fill up on ticks, so sure, it's 1 tick. I
Okay.
regret this
Until you
again.
roll a 2.
Yeah, and then
go roll. We're here.
Let's do this. Well, it's a 4.
That's a
That is
4.
a 4.
My last tick in Desperate at least means my skirmish goes up.
Yes.
What's your skirmish rating?
Well, now it's 3.
Oh, okay. It was 2 before. Okay.
Yeah, my prowl was
I
actually.
can't go higher until we get mastery.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Jordan?
If Zayd notices, like, if he could see the rendezvous point from the roof and he sees Adric's not there, he's going back in.
Okay, so you're on your way. Cool. Okay.
Not leaving you behind again.
Yes. So
Remember the cannot tell friend from foe warning.
Yeah, exactly. That's why when you said that, I'm like, I still have to do it.
In the same vein, I think Grind is not retreating all the way. He's like well away from the mansion, but
yes.
he's watching the exits and seeing who gets out.
Okay. Do you want to study
that's
right now?
important. I mean, I can.
Or survey? Or wait till after?
Yeah.
I can wait until after. Well,
Okay.
we'll take care of this, but I just wanted to note that like Grind is somewhat nearby, not anywhere close, but somewhat nearby.
Okay.
Hicks is holding down the rendezvous point because the rendezvous point with no one there to rendezvous with is pointless.
Yes. So you throw the fire oil at this thing, and it hits it like dead on. You wait until you hear the pulse, and you throw it right at it. Hits right at center. Fire spreads, and not only is spreading on it, but also like black powder floating through the air catches fire as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If there's a cloud of particulates in the air, and
Yes.
someone throws flames to it, that's prone to go and just like
Yes.
slash burn the
So
whole
there's like a flash burn explosion that catches it and you and the nearby hulls, and I think that
I'm okay.
yeah, you're all blown back. You take level 3 harm from like no, it didn't attack you. There was a flash explosion, so like yeah, level 3 harm flash explosion. Let's start with that, then I'll describe what else has happened.
So I'm just going to straight armor that to put it to level 2 harm.
Okay.
And that's actually it because I have both my level 1 harm.
I'm sure you can't really feel pain with your rage essence, so you kind of just like you get blown back and just get up immediately. The hulls that were closest
shard chunk of your shoulder.
Yeah. So
on the bright side, you don't have to go to a barber anytime soon.
Yeah.
That's gone.
The fire has been put out on this thing. The nearby hulls, the ones that were closest especially, are parts of them have become warped by the explosion. As you can see, their weakness in action. This thing is not warped. This one specifically does not seem weak to fire, at least as much as the others. It was still damaged a bit. I think part of the... I think it's more... I don't think you know this in character, but like some of its sensors may have been damaged more than anything else. But yeah, it doesn't warp from heat like the other hulls, and it's gonna lunge toward you and just try to keep killing you.
That seems like a reasonable and fair reaction. I'm going to try and stay alive, and hey, if fire isn't working, let's try the axe next. I want that stupid eye gone. Whatever that red thing is.
Okay. I think we'll have this, and then Zaid, you can get there.
Okay.
Okay. So you get your axe out, and
well, it already was because I was parrying, but I'm presuming we're still at desperate here.
Yep.
Effect.
Before I account for anything, and because tier matters, none.
Okay. Accounting for fine weapon and the fact that we researched to try and find the weak spots of these things?
That's fair. That, I think, brings it up to standard. If you specifically are trying to aim for its joints, hopefully that works like the other ones, even if it might have lost its other weakness.
What about the rage?
Because now I am Berserker attacking this thing.
I think that
I
think the rage more makes up for the injury than it does for the actual effectiveness.
It didn't help with the injury at all. But...
It didn't help with the injury.
I'm saying helping you ignore the injury more than...
I think, yeah. You can ignore the reduced effect.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm going to get less effect, so just undo the rage essence for
that.
Yep.
Yep. And you're already desperate. Can't get worse than that.
And just because I'm trying to lobby for every possible thing, because there's 7 more ticks here. Any structural damage from that fuel air bomb?
Structure like from
building.
Like you're in a basement and an explosion just happened in a confined area.
Actually, what happened to that electroplasmic barrier too?
We haven't talked about it. I think that you probably got inside it and past it, and we just didn't see that. It is in between you and the exit. Maybe it went through with you and absorbed the electricity.
The rest of the hulls. Good.
Well, you had to shut down the. You literally had to go behind each individual hull to shut them down.
Hey, you're not trapped in that room with them. They're trapped in there with you.
Yeah.
Trapped in there with the child.
I was going to say, you're now in the room where it happened, so...
All right. That's enough. So, this would be... Yeah, desperate standard.
Desperate standard. I could argue for any devil's bargains. Actually, are there any? But I don't I'm not taking another The Time Arrives yet. That seems like an unwise decision.
Thinking.
Your Phoenix bandana falls out of your pocket.
Edward doesn't have one of those.
Well, hey, this already.
Checking. Oh, I have one. I think you'll hate it, but you do have other weapons. How do you feel about a broken battle axe after it?
Not as a devil's bargain, no, thank you.
Okay,
Maybe as a
that's fair.
consequence, but not as a
It is
devil's bargain.
It is something they mentioned as an option. Is
you
using up
swing
items.
your axe hard enough that it will shatter the blade no matter what you hit.
Yeah, exactly. That would be it.
That's bad because then you're fighting with your fists at that point.
Do you have no other? Okay.
Exactly.
You want to
What
punch a
else?
robot?
Fire oil, and I don't like that as much.
Okay, then here
Okay,
is my other
so-
thing. You could get a devil's bargain if you end up using both of your other fire oils in this. Mostly as a distraction from the flames and light, than as damage, but it'll distract it to let you get a blow in.
I still think that those are probably more valuable for whatever these other holes are.
Okay.
That's a bit of a problem right now.
Then
so
I
I'll
got
just
nothing.
say no devil's bargain and move on.
Okay,
See?
a 6! Okay, you filled
And
2.
reinforcements are on the way.
Yep, 2 ticks are filled on the clock. I think you just like it. You hit it once and you cut off like half of one of its limbs, and you hit it again. One of its like metallic clockwork tentacles falls off. It has like 6 more. But
It's a lot. It's a problem.
Yep, and it's
If
starting
I
to
get enough,
wobble.
maybe it'll start limping.
Yes. And then Zayd, you come down and you see that through this you see
It's the Star Wars scene. You see the electroplasmic barrier, and on the other side of the barrier, you see Adric fighting like
Yeah,
combat
Duel
with
of Fate
jellyfish
starts
monsters.
playing.
So no, it came through the barrier, right?
It was coming towards it, but then over the course of the fight, Adric went to where the hulls were, but behind the barrier, and it's been fighting him in the hull storage area.
Yeah, so you see
So-
the barrier, and you see the fight on the other side of it.
Good call.
So
Though it seemed
Right,
immune to
Obi-Wan.
this hull seemed immune to the barrier's effects, by the way.
I'm just trying to think, how do I get through the barrier?
It's the
Now it looks like a nicer quality, but the same type of barrier you guys encountered in the warehouse. Like it's these 2 pillars on either side, except instead of them being separate, it's like built into the walls on either side, and there's like various.
Cool if Zaid was there to help and saw us how we disabled it last time, but no, he was playing with his bird.
You're right, and that was not a metaphor.
Barrier.
It's not. Yeah, that is no euphemism.
I mean,
Okay.
liberal application of electroplasmic bullets might be a solution.
That's true. I'm trying to think. So it's an electroplasmic barrier.
Yes.
Does attuning to the ghost field allow me to control electroplasmic things?
Mm-mm.
Let's check the description of that. I'm not sure. I think you can channel it.
Channel
Channel-
electroplasmic energy.
Yes.
So yeah, you can use your body as a conduit to ground
Yeah.
it out.
Exactly.
But think about the consequences of using your body as a conduit to ground,
Yeah.
ground it out.
Don't worry. I'll just take these 2 power lines and hold myself in between them. What could go wrong?
No, it's more like using my attune to get through the barrier without harming myself a lot.
I think it's
Like,
using
kind
the attune to
like
channel it.
It's not that the
Wait,
lightning doesn't hit you with channeling.
split
It's
force
that
field.
you get it out of your body as quickly as possible before it does any harm.
Okay,
You,
then
you Uncle Iroh the lightning. Like-
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to
The stomach. You have to go through the stomach.
go through the stomach, not the
Yes,
heart.
you need to remember how to do that.
If I have to expel the energy, I'm gonna try and force lightning it.
Okay. Cool.
I think
I think that ups it to desperate. Sounds
Right.
like.
just like
This will absolutely be desperate from the lightning. This will be, in terms of fighting it, filling this clock, no effects because we've already seen it walk through lightning field unaffected.
but Zaid has not.
Yep.
I have not.
That is fair.
It just hopefully it'll just turn its attention toward me.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You're wanting this?
Desperate, no effect.
Say, Grind, we're gonna have a whole new crew later. Don't worry.
Yeah,
If
it's
I
fine.
push
We're good.
myself,
Yeah.
I could get limited effect.
I didn't hear what you said, Jordan.
If I push myself, I can get limited effect, right?
Yeah. I think that might be something like because one of its limbs was cut off, now there's like exposed wiring or something that it might get
I'm
to.
gonna do that because
Okay.
I need at least something here. Like
Okay.
it gets me through the barrier and it ticks the clock even so
Alright.
slightly. Because it's desperate, I get a die. What about Devil's Bargain?
You push yourself. There's no devil's bargain.
Oh, I can't. You're right. Rolling it.
6.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
I hold on to the barrier as I push through and I go, unlimited power.
Okay, perfect. You hit it with lightning, and I think, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Some of the exposed wiring starts reacting and starts frying, and I think a couple of the other nearby tentacle limbs just like fall limp for a bit.
Or
Like,
some of the lights pop from the extra current.
yeah, exactly. It definitely looks a bit fried, and there's smoke coming from parts of it. You step in, I ask you, into the lightning field and like prepare to fight it, or do you want to draw it towards you? I think you can if you want to. You guys can work together on this.
I want to fight it with Adric, but I want to be at a range where I could just shoot it and not get within melee range.
I leave that to you. Teamwork actions require the same action to be clear.
But I think since you have like 3 pips in skirmish and I have 3 pips in hunt, it's probably better for us to roll our best stats than to like try and team, because my skirmish is at 1.
Okay.
Yeah, and my
That's
hunt
4
is
dice in, that's 4 dice in skirmish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's helping without. Well, there's still stress if someone fails.
Yeah,
it's helping, or you guys fight separately. I leave it to you.
I'm close to stressing out anyway, so I don't think
Also,
teamwork
I'm not
is the way
really
to go.
sure how help works right now. I don't view you as a friend, so
I don't know if you can help him. That's true, actually. Maybe taking your distance is a good idea.
I intend on not attacking you as long as there's something between me and you.
Yeah, well.
So while you guys figure that out, Grine, you're watching what's going on here with a fight between the spirit wardens and the demons. Do you want to survey the area to learn about who is living and dying and getting away and not?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, there are 2 things here that I'd like to do. And it's actually 2 different roles that are both going to suck. But I would like to pay attention to who's getting away, like any important people, and pay attention to how the demons fight.
Okay.
Like I'd like to study the demons and survey the escapees.
Okay.
If you just want to roll that into one roll of survey, I don't know.
I'm good with let's just do it into one roll.
information.
Yeah. Let's do this can be
Wait, suggestion. Would this be something that Grind would want to tag team with Hex? Because Hex can also sit and watch people.
Yeah.
if you guys want to work together on it.
I have 3 stress I can take 2 more stress before I get trauma, so that I can safely take 2 more, and I'm already at the rendezvous point, meaning I could lead a teamwork action to survey the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to do that, sure.
Okay, teamwork. I think I was going to say it's limited because you can't look in 2 different directions at once and it's difficult.
But you can now.
But now you can. So just because of fictional positioning, it is now standard. And you have escaped, and looking is not that, so I think this is controlled.
So are we studying or surveying?
I think survey works best because we're gathering information about opportunities or exploits from the demons and who's leaving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So survey. Is this controlled, you said?
This is controlled,
Yep.
yes.
Controlled standard, I believe.
Yep.
Cool.
So my 1 die is a 2.
Ooh. So 1 stress.
We got a devil's bargain.
Okay. I think devil's bargain.
I a tick on the Union thing. We're standing out there
Yeah.
sort of calmly when everyone's running.
That I think is partly past date, if that makes sense. I think that my Devil's Bargain might actually be a -1 with the demons. Not like -1 from what it is now. It's a 3 because they notice that you are just standing there watching them fight, taking it from 3 to 2.
But 3 is automatically they will help us. That's good right now.
Mm-hmm.
3 is good. That is true.
Because after this, all deals are off. Like they could attack us
They
if they
just
want
like
to.
us and are willing to do
Mhm.
pretty much.
Mhm.
What
That's what I don't know if I would have jeopardized our three-point reputation with the worst people.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a controlled standard roll, so like even if we fail, it's not going to be that terrible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do it, bro. I'm not taking that bargain. It's a good bargain because I thought about it, but I'm not taking it.
All right.
Yeah,
6.
You're just doing this to learn information, right? So it's just stuff we can use in the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there are two main things that about the people who are retreating. Most of them are fine. I think Lord Strangford is probably very loudly with his like old but still very stern and carrying voice ordering people in like a organized way so that they can retreat properly. He's still like he was one of the best Leviathan hunter captains in his day, and he still has
How
some
effectively,
experience.
since everyone he's ordering is fucked up.
I think they have quickly sobered up. It's not literally drunk. They're still seeing things. But in this case, I think that's making them run faster and making his voice echo loudly in their heads. I think he's managing to work with it. At one point, I think... What is it? There's something about the Lord Governor that is odd. This is early on, before they actually fully escaped. Obviously, the Lord Governor was...
The Lord Governor turns into a cloud of bats and flies out.
No, she's not a vampire.
Okay.
She was never invited in.
Just a suggestion.
Yes. At one point, the I think the Lord Governor the right way to put this is you get like she does some how do I describe this? When you look in her direction, there is a faint glowing from very like others don't tell, and it's very brief, but there's almost like the briefness of a flash with the faintness of a small glow from something that is like she's either holding or like it's on her clothes or something. It's something that is like just a few inches in front of her and she's facing away from you. But there's something that obviously is not natural that she did, and you can't tell exactly what it was without getting closer. But she did something briefly.
The Lord
As she was
Governor
going.
have a camera.
It wasn't a white. It was like different. It was a purple glow flash.
Magic. It was a magic flash, not like a.
Lord Governor's
Sure.
a whisper.
Sure. That's what you
Or
see
has, like,
there.
an artifact.
The demons are fighting the wardens, and the slime is trying to eat the wardens and succeeding for the most part. The hull and the demons and the slime are all kind of all bad at fighting each other, if that makes sense. Like none of them can do that much damage to each other as things are. It looks like, especially as the slime rears back, you can see all the grass on the ground where it was is just gone. It seems like it eats purely organic matter. Brine is what and anything metal isn't touched, and so it can't do anything against the hull except kind of like impede it, because it's like it's when it tries to be, it can be as thick and as impeding as tar. Like it's just horrible. The demons and the slime itself don't seem to talk or interact, but they never target each other, and it never tries to eat them, and they never attack it. They might be able to communicate in a way you can't perceive.
Now, just to clarify, the assumption is demons are organic material, right? Like they're not. Some
Demons are
ethereal
not
nonsense.
organic necessarily. They're more closer to elemental.
Okay.
They're not. We'll have a separate role for finding any either classified or just flat out like Cthulhian. The author went mad studies on demons.
Okay.
Yeah, that's everything up there.
More research required about
more
demons.
research required, but there's some leads for you to follow up with. Yes.
Did the lady who wants to take our house make it out?
Yes, she did.
Damn
Of course
it.
she did. We didn't do anything specifically to her. That's
Yeah.
The person I cared about dying got eaten, so...
see, on the way out, I should have used my last alchemical to just bind her to the floor.
Yep. I mean, if that was the case, she'd probably just take off her shoes and run.
Yeah.
She was a Leviathan hunter. She's fine with
She's
this.
wearing combat
would
boots. Okay, they're stylish.
Stylish, fancy Victorian combat boots.
Well, it's not so much combat boots,
Everyone has
but she's still a noble and like fancy, but she's wearing shoes she can run in.
Yeah. Okay. Back in the basement. Yeah, we see this monstrosity is fighting. I think actually it is fighting seamlessly on two fronts. It doesn't get closer. It doesn't get closer to you. However, as it has briefly used against Adric sometimes in melee, it has some ranged weapons. Mostly, like, it has some, like, chemical sprayers, so it starts trying to, like, spray you with, like, a very toxic acid. And sometimes it shoots a harpoon at you.
Oh, nice.
Fun. But I think Adric, it's still trying to hit you mostly with its close-range blades. What do you do?
This feels very unoriginal, but I still want to attack that red eye.
The rage
That
essence
thing.
is consistent.
Specifically, that's weirding me out from the beginning when you described it.
Okay, so you're not aiming your axe against its limbs.
Join.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how this goes. You guys are not teamworking then.
I'm not teamworking.
Okay, Zaid, because you don't have rage essence, you can help Adric if you want to, or you can just do it separately. Do you want to help?
No, because I'm too stressed from trauma. So
Okay. Cool.
Might want to save those.
Whatever.
So, are we still desperate standard, or because I'm not going at the joints, are we desperate limited?
Desperate limited. I think.
I'm still curious about that eye and what on earth will happen if I hit it. So, yeah, I'll take
Okay.
desperate limited.
I have a devil's bargain. This actually happen no matter what it is. Some of the red goop from you hitting it, even if you damage it, I think at least a little bit, gets on you.
You don't want another possession.
You get gooped.
It's not a possession.
No, it's. I think I know what it is. It's
Oh,
probably not a
I
good
think I know
thing.
what it is too.
I have a theory, but I have a
You
theory.
don't have a theory, so I'm glad you all do.
I'm not going to tell you the theory till after you pick.
Good y'all. Isn't the point always to rush into danger? Do I need an extra
You're a
die?
cutter.
You got 3 dice.
I'm
Just roll
very,
it.
very tempted, but at this point, I'm going to go with no. I want
Okay.
to have circumstances be even worse before I go to something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Roll.
All right.
A crit! You just finish it off.
Holy shit!
Standard effect actually ups it from limited to standard, so you don't finish it off. My mistake.
Still depressing.
But 3 ticks on it. Bring
I
it.
thought it was 2.
You're right. My mistake.
2 from standard, 3 for great.
I mixed it up. 2 ticks on it. So I think, yeah, you smash through its, like, casing that it has over this, and this red goop starts, like, leaking out of it, and as soon as it hits the ground, it starts, like, bubbling and writhing in not the same way as the slime, but like a much thinner as it quickly starts like sizzling and evaporating.
Okay.
And the
Viral, that thing.
creature, like for the first time, it somewhat recoils as this, and it like I think there are like red lights, and it probably would it just say it. No, I don't think it says how it's feeling or anything like that. But it's definitely reacting more defensively now. It now, instead of just like leaving its center where it is and sending its tentacles to attack you, its tentacles are now like in front of its face and body, shielding it for some of them.
Yeah.
I think that also, Zaid, you also see this. Many of its things stop attacking you. I think that its ranged weapons now has like two of them basically. One is one sprays the acid, and the other probably sprays that black particulate.
Mhm.
They're like both spraying at you guys, and everything else is just blocking the acid
Okay,
primarily.
So this like red stuff that's in tubes, it's running throughout its body.
Yeah, it has like if the close like glass tubular veins are running across the surface of it, and probably in the center as well, but it's hard to see that.
Okay.
And it's
Is there like a main one?
that is the one that Adric just smashed. Is what was the
okay.
eye? It was actually this orb that everything else went into of glowing red liquid.
Then I would like to aim for one of the veins that's like at one of the arms to like because I think that's how it's being powered. So I want to try and disable it.
Okay, awesome,
I pull out my fine pair of pistols
nice.
and I go gunslinging.
Okay, let's see how
Uh,
this goes.
All right. So
Now, this is no longer desperate. It is being defensive. This is, I think, by default, uh, risky. Still no effect.
okay. So
Fine doesn't make it
Fine.
limited.
Yes.
fine makes it limited. I'm gonna push it to desperate by shooting near Adric.
Okay,
Sorry.
Marissa, you're
Is that
good
where
with
the arms are?
you're good with Adric just turning on Zaid after this, or if this goes badly.
Oh, Adric has every intention of turning on Zaid after
Cool.
this.
Okay, that's good. Getting Adric's
I-
attention.
That was
I'm
gonna
trying-
happen anyway.
I drank the
I'm
potion. I
trying
better
to
will
defend
do.
Adric, but I have to shoot close to Adric to defend Adric. That's why
Yep.
I'm doing it.
Devil's bargain. One more tick on the slime arrives.
No. No thanks.
Slime on one side, hulking Adric on the other.
Slime to the left of me, Adric to the right. I'm stuck in the middle again. Extra bonus die from Daredevil.
Just do it. Do it.
Just doing it. YOLO.
Ah! You beat it. You finish it off. So I think as it probably, I think it sprays some acid towards you, or like you see some that's about to hit you. You shoot it, and then it like, I think this is you shot the tentacle limb that was controlling the acid, and it stops, just like freezes for a second. It sparks, and it probably does the movie thing where it tries to lunge at you one more time, but collapses on its way there, and then it's just laying on the ground in pieces,
Yeah, is it?
sparking.
The focus
And with
shifts from the fall to Adric behind it.
yeah,
So I'm picturing like the red goop like leaving all of it as all the veins turn black from being emptied, and it's just
Yep.
Daisy. That HAL 9000 thing.
Exactly. And yeah, no, all of the like liquid starts leaving it and sizzling and going away immediately.
So, as I
Okay.
saw the red stuff coming out for the first time, I think that's the point at which I'm gonna, grab out another fire oil vial. But as it goes down, I have a choice of now two targets, and neither of it's that. So I have either the rest of the hulls or Zaid, and so my
I'm
vote
further
is
away.
Fortune die here.
D2.
Fortune die.
Oh,
Okay,
you
who's
beat.
who?
Pardon?
Who? What number is who?
Yeah, who's
Uh,
who? Who's who?
Let's give the holes high.
Okay, hulls are 2, Zayd is 1.
Well, high, low, but yeah.
so 1 to 3 is me.
Yep.
4 to 6 is the hulls.
Okay. Roll that d6.
Oh, input value.
Oh,
Well,
you're showing up to me.
Sorry. So yeah, I will take out a fire oil. I'll see. Okay, there is something at the other side of this thing. There is nothing saying, that maybe you just took down this thing. I'm chucking the
No,
fire oil.
you obviously killed it. You hit
at
it
your
right in the
feet.
eye. That's why it's down.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
also, to be fair, I look like a spirit warden.
You're
Yeah,
both dressed as spirit wardens. However, Rage Essence Adric might not have put that together.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I think Zayd would think is like, oh, it's me, dummy.
Okay. So PvP doesn't work too well in this. I guess I would ask Zayd how you respond, and then we just have a roll off in that.
Yeah, and
Whoever
if
has-
we are doing roll off, I would maybe, try and use wreck in this case for some reason.
Hmm.
'Cause I
Another
feel-
option is to just have Adric be the one making the action, and then you can resist the roll if you want to. But I don't think you want to do that right now, Zayd.
If anything, I would probably
Oh,
call for Zayd to do the role of
Getting away from the enraged Adric.
Yeah, it's
That could work.
because-
brutal.
Yeah, because the fire is going to spread regardless. It's up to Zayd to not be burned.
because
So,
he would want to get
shooting
Adric
it at his
out.
feet as opposed to actually at him.
You want to grab Adric and just haul him out of here?
Yeah, like, does Zayd know what Rage Essence Oil is? Because
Adric, have you ever mentioned it before?
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
you-
it's reasonably common, but I haven't used
It's-
it before.
It's if
It-
you're in the military, you probably have heard of it. It's
Yeah. Like
I was going to say it's standard loadout for any cutter, so
it's not
it's
that-
fairly common.
yeah. I could
It
just say
might
yes. You
It
could
might
have heard of
take like a volley or two to put it together. Like, oh, you're on drugs, right?
yeah.
So I think once he figures that out, he would
Well,
try
here's your
to
volley number 1.
yeah, do the first one, and then I'll be like, oh, you're probably on drugs.
So
Okay.
your immediate, so Adric throws the fire oil, and then your response is what you roll, and the consequences are pretty straightforward of getting burned.
Yeah.
Okay, because this isn't skirmish and it is far away, let's call it hunt, I think, because attack with precision from a distance.
Well, I think it wasn't the idea that we would just roll for Zaid's response, and the consequences are obvious, like from the
Go ahead.
fiction.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then if
Yeah,
I
so you-
understand that you are like whacked
Attack.
out, yeah, I'll do electroplasmic ammo to just tase you.
Does that work that way? Can it do that?
Yeah. It
Oh.
says if I go to my items,
That's
it
impressive.
because I used it before to not kill what's his face. Electroplasmic ammo. Bandolier of electroplasmic ammo, especially potent against spirits, but less effective against physical targets. The electro charge is enough to stun a person, but does very little real harm.
I
Several
see.
hits might incapacitate a human target, especially after the ghost field, and then make a 4 o'clock called attention from the spirit wardens and ticket for every operation in which this ammo was used. And
I think
used
we're
it in one
past
other
that.
operation.
I think we're just a bit past that.
Yeah. So yeah,
Fair wardens.
I'm gonna tase you with my gun.
Okay.
I chuck fire oil at you, and you're like, "Oh, this is immediately a problem."
Oh, I'm
Okay.
being attacked.
Help!
Help!
Okay. And your
Um,
intent is to knock Adric out?
Just knock Adric out to get him
Okay.
out of there.
I think because of the rage essence, it would be limited.
Okay, my guns make it standard,
That's good.
and so
You've
how is
going
this gonna
way.
work?
There's something I
We
can
have the
do.
retreat. We have the retreat clock filled, so I think success means you take them, you incapacitate.
If you have
So what does-
standard, then you can stun Adric. I think you can
Still
stun
not
at.
courageous.
I think the rage until the rage essence wears off. Yeah, then Adric is stunned until it wears off, and then no longer rage essenced. So you can take them
The
with
rage
you.
essence is only a few minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's already been
And
a
it's
few.
been a bit of time fighting, so
So I tased, not incapacitate him.
When
but-
you are knocking the rage essence effect out of them, you're like slapping them out of it with electro bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then if I succeed, then that'll happen. But Adric might hurt me in response.
Yep.
Got it.
And
So,
I might
risky
make us
standard?
some ticks on other things, other sliming
Yeah.
clocks.
Yes.
Yeah, other slime clocks.
Other slime clocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think your position is risky. It's fire oil. It's awful, but it's no axe.
Yeah. So risky standard. I'm just gonna roll it.
Yeah.
6. Okay. A clean shot. I like to imagine you like shoot through the bottle of fire oil, breaking it, and also hitting Adric past it.
Yes, so the
Well,
fire's
in midair, I light
Yeah.
it up, like I do a roll back,
Yes.
and then I go,
Nice.
pew!
Yeah, you fully McCree it.
Yeah.
Or it's two shots. Like you shoot a regular bullet
Yeah.
of the fire oil, and it like shatters on a wall, and you fire again as you roll out of the splash zone. And
Yeah.
electrocute them.
Perfect. And
I will tick this clock. It is now halfway full.
Adric, you receive a shock due to the bullet and almost like waking you up out of your stupor. The rage essence has worn off. You now feel your pain and the effect of your harm, but you are also
Your massive amount of injuries.
lucid.
I have tough as nails. They'll
And
be-
yeah, you're lucid. I don't think you still remember what happened, but the red haze around your eyes has worn off.
In which case, I'm going to still kind of ignore Phoenix and Zaid, but I am going to fish out the rest of the last vial of fire oil and, get the rest of the holes.
Okay.
They do
Do
not.
we want to take one?
We can't. You can't.
You
Y'all
want
have
to
to go.
carry a hull with you? That will be difficult.
You want to drag
Are
a
there any holes with small frames?
Not these ones. These are like not identical. None of them are the same. Actually, you don't see the hull that you fought before in here, but they're all similar in size and capabilities.
Can I look? This is like, is this just like a cave where they keep the holes, or is there other stuff in here?
There is other stuff around here. This is the hull area. There's probably also, you know what? I think this is the only area in here, but it's not their only basement. They've actually sectioned it off completely from the pantry under the kitchen and other regular basement stuff. In this case, there's no other
It's the whole
adjacent
basement.
doors. Yeah, it's the whole basement.
The armory.
Yeah.
One of them.
Cool. I grab everything that I physically can that looks shiny.
Loot the room.
You loot the room.
I loot the room while Adric destroys the hulls.
That's fair. Yeah, I think there would be other small things in here, mostly related to the hulls, but still useful to sell.
If there are
Nothing else?
bells,
Hey, we got the spirit warden costumes.
yeah. If
If-
there are
if-
bells, I want bells.
If there's schematics or something in there, make sure to either take them
Yeah.
or burn them.
Like I want to take things that are valuable. Like if there are schematics, I take schematics. Zaid's specifically interested in the bells that like knocked out Varys. So if
Well,
there's
this wouldn't
one,
be in the whole- that wouldn't be in the whole room.
Those
This would be
those won't be in the whole room, sadly, in this room.
like expensive tinkering components. And stuff.
Yeah, nice tools,
Okay.
things like that.
yeah,
It's worth
Then I'll-
money. It'll increase the coin count later.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then why don't you survey, and then after that, Atric will see you destroy the hulls and get out of here.
Cool. What sucks is I can't push myself to get an extra die, so it's literally whatever the d6 turns up.
Okay. Do you wish a devil's bargain?
Sure.
I think some of the stuff you might find is especially rare, and so taking them with you and then pawning them off, which is the only way they're worth money, will earn you a heat.
So, if I'm understanding this right, Adric destroys the hulls and then we're done with the job.
Yep.
I think that's worth it.
Well,
Doubles your dice.
if we get 4 heat from the job, we're wanted. If you take
But-
this devil's bargain.
I don't
Just-
think
just putting
anyone
that out
knows
there.
that we were part of the job.
I mean, Hicks got seen
got
by
Hicks got
somebody.
ID'd, I got ID'd.
Adric got ID'd. Yeah.
It's not a no heat endeavor here.
Mm,
We haven't been ID'd as part of the union in a group in any way, but a lot of us have been.
Yeah, there's going to be residual heat. It's not going
Yeah.
to be zero heat.
all
Yeah,
right,
it's still your call. I'm just giving you all the information. Like, take it if you want. I'm not saying no. But
You guys
Can
need
I-
coin. It may also
Here,
come close to doubling your coin
yeah,
from
we have-
0 plus 2 to 2 plus 2.
Yeah. Do it.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
Whatever
do
you
help
want.
here?
Do whatever you want.
I'll do it.
Marissa, what were you saying?
Can I help?
Oh,
You're doing
Surprisingly, I never needed to use that extra 2 stress that I have
okay,
waiting to.
you can help.
So
Okay.
help Luke.
So that's 3 dice.
Okay. So risky standard or controlled?
Controlled.
the-
No one's here except you and Adric right now. The hulls are deactivated.
Okay. Controlled and then just standard.
Yep, to find some hopefully nice tools.
A 5.
Okay. So on a 5, I'm going to give you that 1 heat anyways. But you do it.
so is that one more heat from that?
Well, yes.
Because it took the
Because I
devil's
took-
bargain.
I took
You did take the
bargain.
devil's bargain. Yes,
Okay.
you're right. I'm going to give you another heat. These are,
All right.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, you find tools. What you can tell is they did not build the hulls here. They like bought them or got them delivered here. Like this is their storage space, but it's not anything about that.
Yeah, there's like
this
simple
is-
maintenance tools.
Yeah,
stuff
which for a
like-
hull is far from cheap, even for
Yeah.
that. So that's what you got.
Anything else shiny or just the munts?
Oh, it's all wrapped up in one.
I think it's mostly those that you
Okay.
get. Down here.
There's going to be a lot of expensive like resistors and stuff because they channel electricity, and those are going to be changed if they blow a fuse
Correct.
or whatever.
There is one
So
other
what?
thing you find, and that is a delivery address of some kind. Well, not of some kind. I think you put together it's for that special hull. It wasn't made here. It was delivered here. And it gives you... Let me go find a thing real quick. Here we go. It gives you the location of a building in the Coleridge district is where that hull was supposedly.
Oh, that's where it came from.
Yeah, the one you just fought.
new target. Good to know.
Cool. Super Hulk came from Coleridge. That's what I'm typing.
Yep.
It's funny. I put Octahul.
That's pretty close, yeah.
Cool.
Technically it was a squid. Yeah, I don't know. It had 7. It had 7 limbs. It was neither.
It's the thing
Weird.
from the
Squid, octopus. It's
Nightmare
underwater.
robot. It's fine.
So, yeah, Adric, you want to try and destroy the hulls with your 1 vial of fire oil. This will be tough.
Do yes. Well, there's a couple of them.
Now this is
if
in
I-
time. There might be other stuff happening. If you like, obviously, if you have unlimited time, you can just use your axe.
Yeah. This is just
So-
on your way out because you do have to get clear before.
So
More
I-
things.
if
well-
it is reasonably timed, okay. In which case, I will use the axe. That is a lot less risky, and I'll just chuck the fire oil in as a let's make sure.
Yeah. You chop them up, put them in a pile, then throw the fire oil.
So there is destroying all the hulls with your axe does actually take some time, and you don't have that much time unless you want to take the risk. I would say it would
That
be
is the reason why I'm kind of like I'm doing what I can with the axe quickly as I can, and then using that as a just in case, so it's
Okay.
not as thorough with the axe itself.
then I think this will be risky, and because I think it'll be risky limited, you won't be able to destroy all of them unless you want to go desperate, because you can, for staying longer than is safe
Okay.
and push it up to standard.
Well, I can up it to standard with just the fine weaponry, but I down it to
You're injured. So you have the
The injury, so it's back at limited again. Does the fact that the fire oil's also effective have any double thing there? Or no?
Not because of the number, because of the scale. The fire oil is
Fair enough.
not
I
enough by
am
itself.
helping you.
Okay. So 1 die there. If desperate standard seems worth it. These are stupidly annoying. I
Yep.
have a thing about them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Just
Okay.
just roll. Just roll.
Standard 1 die. Let's do this.
There's a 5.
Oh. Okay,
It's a 5.
that is a 5. So, after you destroy the hulls,
Don't do it.
you hear a
do it.
noise from upstairs.
It's a sucking noise of tar being removed from stone.
As the slime is just about to arrive, and for that last tick, instead, I'm going to give you 1 heat.
Oh.
Ooh.
More heat. So much
Yep.
heat.
One
Yep.
more heat. All right.
Hey, when they investigate this
job.
later, they're going to see that it wasn't the slime or the demons. They're going to see it was fire oil and an axe. They're going to know in later when they look
Yeah,
at the rebel.
we're officially wanted here when we do the wrap up because I think this job is more than 2 heat.
Honestly, at this
Depends
point,
on if-
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no, it's just it is about to arrive, and I think that you can hear this like squelching sound upstairs.
Just go. Just go.
Yep,
Go, go,
we're out.
go.
We're out.
You're out. You're 1. Okay.
All right, if you tell us
Because
we
you
can
had
get out.
already filled the retreat clock, I think you can just escape. But I think we just see you guys barely make it out. Before I don't think the slime does follow you for a bit before other wardens draw its attention. But then as you guys leave, we see and the rest of you join up. It almost feels like a platoon is what it, just a huge amount of blue coats are about to arrive in their new and upgraded military equipment with some actual soldiers from the Imperial military reinforcing them as well. Like it's just like a city emergency forces is descending on this place
on
to
the boat.
contain everything.
Get on the
I
boat.
just love
Get on the
the
boat.
picture of 2 spirit
Yeah,
warding
we
books
get out.
towards the rendezvous.
We get out of there. All right. All right.
leave.
Let's see the damage.
Okay.
Wrap up.
Let's end of score. Fuck.
You guys did it.
we were never discovered. There are some people that knew individuals were there, but not all of us were seen in the same place.
That is correct. Let me look. So after the mission, here we go.
Oh, I was about to put it.
Mm.
We
Payoff.
are 2 rep.
Oh, I'll say so.
2 rep per score by default. If the target of the score is higher, which is the tier 4 spirit wardens, plus 1 per rep per tier higher. You're tier 1.
5.
5 rep.
All right.
Very nice.
You're so cool.
You also earn coin. You earn 2 coin plus 2 due to your what's the asset called?
The socialized thing, local graph.
Yeah, local graft. The union dues.
That's going into the vault right now. We can split it up if we need to.
Yeah, let's split up later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go with heat.
Yep.
Next.
That's number 2.
Now this is a balance between exposure and everything else that happened. They're going to be interviewing every single person who was at the party tonight. They're going to be seeking down some mysterious servants who never showed up for their interviews and could not be found afterwards.
Yeah.
We were eaten.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Most
spirit
people
wardens
were
ran.
The way I see it, it's 1 heat because it's a high-profile target.
That is true. It is very high profile and well connected.
Yep.
It did happen. Are they hostile? Do you have a -2 with the spirit wardens?
They're at minus. Yeah, I think they're -2. We're like
Then
1
yes.
away from war.
Then it happened on hostile turf because they are hostile to you.
Oh,
That's 2 total right now.
Yes.
2.
Okay, that we're wanted.
Okay.
Resetting heat.
Cool. Because of your ability, you do not add +2 heat if killing was involved.
We didn't kill anyone.
That's why I said
did.
you don't. That's why I said you don't.
Slime did, though,
I put
And it
people
said
on
if
the-
killing was
Time.
involved. And yes, yeah. In terms of your exposure, I think this is 2 heat. You got, which it was like for most people it was 0. For some people they knew it was like you were involved in this. I think that's actually 2 heat. After like in the
Contained.
bullet point list,
Yep.
contained.
So
Or 1 to how, can we go down from 1 to level 1 to 0? Like, is that
Yeah, how do
possible?
we do that?
If you send one of yourselves to prison, the whole like sending a junkie to prison, I let it work once, and it was a good idea. Now it will be just a reduce heat action is what that will do.
Can we send one of our goons to jail? Like one
Same
of our
thing.
lackeys? No?
Same thing.
Same thing?
I think.
Honestly, wanted level of 1 isn't the worst. It means
No, it's
instead of
not.
rolling 2 die, we're rolling 1. But
are
It's a-
there
yeah.
other consequences to that too, like
Having a higher wanted
investigators
level?
start coming around, that kind of thing?
I think they treat us more harshly.
Yeah, and there's stuff like there will be other narrative stuff. Wanted level 1 just means you're on the radar now. I think that
Yeah, it
I mean,
basically
we should be really. I mean, come on.
that's I think that after this
Narratively, we just attacked.
it narratively makes sense that we're on their radar.
you
now,
are a
but-
strong suspect for this.
Cool. I think we
we're
should
working
do
with the
entanglements and downtime next time.
I don't think we have time for entanglements and downtime, but I have
think
some bad news. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll something. Just give me a
I
sec.
think we should still finish entanglements because that's kind of part of this.
But entanglements usually is a whole scene,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
at least in downtime. So let's do entanglements and downtime next time. But let me check something. You guys are tier 1 still after the rep.
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Is that good or bad?
Can't be
That is
good.
actually good. The 2d6 was from someone else trying to mess with you.
Oh, good.
So, when I'll just say that when you get back to the base, your your gang says that they report that Jade Eyes came by again, but they did what you told them and didn't look her in the eyes and sent her away.
Yeah, they read the pamphlet on how to deal with cultists.
Yeah.
It's like right by the door. It's just nailed up.
Yeah, they literally just like had their hats over their eyes and were just like, "Yep, go away," like that.
Please leave.
Yeah. So she tried to do something to you and completely failed.
Cool.
So yeah.
Can we do the pluses or minuses from the score? As in factions?
Yes, let's do that now.
Oh, that's gonna be
That's
a thing.
something that we will forget.
Now,
Yeah.
are the spirit wardens dead?
No,
No,
no, they are not.
no, they're not.
We
Um,
did
at
everything
war.
we could, but
yes,
Totally at war.
you're at
not.
war. You're at war with the spirit wardens.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
-3 or further down,
Um,
or does it only go down to -3?
it only goes down to -3.
you
Okay.
know why that is a serious problem? 1 downtime action. You only get
Yeah.
1 or more.
Yeah, and we lose 1 hold temporarily. While the war
Temporarily,
persists.
yes, and luckily you're at
Is there
stronghold,
any
so
way
you can
for us
afford
to
it.
take out the spirit wardens?
Keep working with the
We'll
demons?
maybe hope for the demons on that one.
We'll see how things go.
Are
Hmm.
they now a tier 3 faction, the spirit wardens? Like after this?
Yes, they are.
Okay. A little bit more manageable.
Why are we at war? I don't want to be at war. I hate this. I had other plans. I had stuff to do.
Lose 1 hold, can knock you down a tier.
Okay.
PCs get 1 free downtime action instead of 2. Take +1 heat from each score. And your
Yes.
flames which generate coin, which
We don't have any.
none of.
Now-
No, we
have
do.
to-
You
What?
also
Is the
Hmm?
is the +2 from local graphs? So that's generating coin, right?
Well, that's only when we do certain jobs. It says vice dens, fighting pits, fences, etc. So I would assume it's things like
oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
I would just assume that like it's generating coin.
well, that's only
Even if-
when we do certain jobs. I think
right. I forgot about that. This was a show of force job for the local graft, right? So that does count
Yeah.
for this.
I think
Yeah, so we're down to +1.
I I'd want to look that up because it says vice dens, fighting pits, fences, etc. Like it's naming those ones where you roll your tier and then you subtract heat. Those are things that
Yeah.
just happen every downtime.
Okay. Let's talk about it in between. For now,
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
because you're at war with spirit wardens not in a like public way necessarily, but in their allies are going to take -1 with you. That is the Church of Ecstasy and the Deathlands Scavengers.
Oh, did not expect that.
Church of Ecstasy is down to -1. Deathland Scavengers down to -.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Any people who like us more now? Because took down the Spirit Wardens a little bit?
What are you with Lord Skurlock? He hates them.
I think we're
I
just
think
at
we're good.
Skurlock, we
0?
are
+1 with him.
+1 with him. Okay.
And that's it.
No, I'm
what
about
wrong
the the gondoliers? They hate the spirit world.
You are correct. And yes, +1 with them. I looked at the wrong one. Oh, they have so many enemies.
Who else do they hate?
A lot of people, but I don't think those people know you enough yet. This might come up later, but they don't inherently like you just from it yet. You haven't met any of them.
So, but even if we don't get the points, like who are our big targets on that?
Okay. Dimmer
Do we
Sisters,
know?
Silver Nails, The Unseen, The Path of Echoes, and The Reconciled.
That's a lot. Okay.
Now, I don't want to screw us any further, but I would suspect the citizenry of White Crown doesn't fucking like us that much right now.
Oh, you're
So
right.
we just took
Yeah,
down
-1
half of
with
the
them.
island.
-1 with the citizens, right? Oh, and also -1 with the city council because some of their family members died.
That's not our
It's in the institution. That's we're at -2 with them right now.
No, I already just I put that -1
Oh,
just there.
you did
That
Okay.
one I just did.
Good.
So you're only at -1 with them. Okay. Cool. So
our board's looking real bad. Our friends.
might
No,
have to
no,
do
no,
some
that-
public
but-
relations.
We're
A lot of
friends
those
with
minuses are in places that are gonna go down anyway with our overall plan. Like we have to be ready to go to war with all of these institutions and half of the citizenry.
Oh God, we have dug ourselves a hole.
And remember that.
We're friends with demons. We're almost friends with the vultures.
All right.
So if we can find a way to like shore up the minuses we get from being at war, it's not cumulative as far as I know. If you're at war with 5 different factions, it's the same.
I
penalty.
believe that is correct. But
would
we'll
just
we'll
say-
check that in between. For now, let's do end of session.
Yeah, end of session. All right. I'm pleased to announce we're doing crew XP, right?
Let's do crew
We
XP.
usually start with crew.
Yep.
I am pleased to announce 2 crew XP.
You guys
You got
did
a lot of
not.
wrong.
Yeah, acquire product supply X2
Kill
less
the
than corporate
attacking
sales.
Spirit Wardens
Yep.
and the nobles.
Yep.
And
Yes.
we need help.
You
Yeah,
ver-
so that's true.
you very much contended with challenges about your current station. Did you bolster your crew's reputation for explosive? I think you might have. I think I'd say 2 XP for what happened this session.
For the bolster crew. Okay.
Bolster reputation. You literally
Yep.
like these are the most influential people in the city that now know your name, even if it's only in rumors and everything.
Yes. Striking fear into the heart of the city council is the essential nature of the crew.
I think the stuff with everything that happened with the manor and her and also with like I want to make sure that guy dies and stuff like that. I can see a few XP there.
Well, the making sure that guy
So-
dies was not an active thing. That was a fortune roll. I was just curious.
I have found that one of the essential natures of the crew also appears to be vengeful. Frankly,
Yeah.
I'm really tempted about taking that.
A little bit vengeful.
So we have one more advance that we need to figure out.
Okay, we'll do that
I'll
in
get 3
between.
coin too, right? In our stash.
2, 3. You're right. 3,
right?
3. It's one.
Three,
Tier
three.
plus 1. Tier plus
Yeah,
2.
tier
Tier plus
plus
2.
two.
So you all get 3 stash. Okay. Who wants to
figure
go
out
first for
the
XP?
answer.
I think we'll go quickly, so I'll just say people. Zaid, the Phoenix, you're the first handout I have
Yes.
out here. How are you for XP?
So address a challenge attracting violence. Multiple times I was violent. So I think 2
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Um
Let me just push some people off buildings.
yeah, pushing people off buildings, shooting robots. beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I want to say at least one for that because like the belief, like yo, like I gotta protect Adric, kind of like he didn't come out to the rendezvous. I gotta go back in. But then that's also kind of a double dip for trauma because haunted. Like last time I left you guys to go do a thing, Adric didn't come out, so I had to go back in.
That's fair.
So I think 4 total. Yeah, just the 4. I can't think of another one for beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, like off the top of my head.
Okay. And Brian.
I'm thinking 4 total. 2 for technical skill or mayhem, and 2 for beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Like going and making sure Hicks was okay and like bandaging him up, taking the time to do that, and like going over and playing like professor with those kids. You know, like
True.
putting on that persona and getting them to.
I like it.
And that's it for me.
Excellent. Hicks.
All right. I'm thinking 5. Here's why. 1, because I attacked the government. 1, because I attacked nobility. 1, because I attempted to solve a problem with rhetoric. 1, because I had solved a problem with destruction, the gates. And 1 from my beliefs about what's acceptable things to do.
I like it. Also, we need to mark crew XP if our crew attacked government or nobility.
We did.
Yep.
We did. Yeah,
that was
accounted for.
That's why I pinged it, so it'd be there for the crew.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't actually add that to the sheet, which sort of sucks, but whatever.
Yeah.
Because this is like one of the very few abilities that are worded like this. Most other things don't have a
Crew XP
also
thing.
Crew XP. That's
Well, yeah, like Vengeful does.
It's not. I'm saying it's one of the few. There's not
Yeah.
nearly as many as there are for other kinds of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Adric.
I dressed with violence and coercion at 1 because it was one really long fight, I think.
That's up to you. I tend to almost see those as actually. I tend to see each role as an address of a challenge, but that's me. The other thing is you did chop hulls into pieces.
Well, it was one challenge. Like fighting the robot is one challenge.
The
like,
other
more than
hulls, I meant.
That's what I was.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
because I agree with you normally that yes, usually one roll is enough to tick the box for a challenge, but I
You
don't
could
think a
kind
new challenge starts if it's the same enemy.
That's true.
You could argue that, viewing Zayd as an enemy, but
But I
don't know, that
made
one
the
feels
roll
like.
for that one, right?
Pardon?
I made the roll for that one, like.
Yeah.
The other
You know,
option. Okay.
I think. You expressed your beliefs, drives, or heritage. Drives for sure.
Destroy all robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't think I did anything heritage-y, background-y, or beliefs really, so I'm gonna leave that one be. And start with issues from your vice or trauma. I'm going to argue paranoid a little bit just for going for turning those things off as opposed to dealing with the immediate threat.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I just realized one more for beliefs, drives, heritage, or background for me. I sent the ooze after the council first.
That you
I
did.
forgot about that.
That you did. Wonder why you could do that. Okay. Awesome. That is that. We are finished this session. The entire session was the score. It was a long one, but
Yeah.
that's kind of appropriate for something this important and big.
Only have one downtime. All these. Oh.
Well, we each have one, and then you have an additional one that you can hand out.
Yep.
With your
Yeah. That's
Hey,
just with.
if you guys need to, you could
de-stressing
take the
and fixing people.
De-stress.
Yeah.
You have
I
a crew
never-
advance. You could take the special ability where that isn't the case.
I think that's outside of our playbook, though.
It is.
And I
it
think
would
we
cost a
use all our
veteran.
veteran abilities.
Oh, I've used all of them.
Yeah, there's only 2.
Okay.
Oh
All
no,
right.
wait. There's. No, that's I'm looking at my own sheet.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I mixed it up because I think crews only have 2 and characters have 3.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna go. This was excellent. We'll be back next week for episode 12. I have put together an edited, shortened version of episode 1, of actually the first score from episode 1 on YouTube, and slowly over time I'll be putting out other edited and shortened and improved versions. Well, not necessarily improved, depends on your preference, but like higher quality than the first one. Versions of these. Yeah. Okay. We'll be back next week. Thank you everyone for watching.
Bye.